Hey, lovely Pisces, how are we this month? Right, welcome. Thank you very much for spending time with me. It's always appreciated. Welcome to any newcomers and cross-watchers. The more the merrier is what I say, so come join the party. And as usual, I have shuffled. I've taken the jumpers and laid them out. I've also clarified a couple of cards here. And yeah, I can't believe we're in November, folks. It's absolutely nuts, isn't it? What I'm going to do before I start is I'm going to get a wisdom oracle just to infuse some energy to just guide us with this read, which is lovely. It's a lovely read, and you've got you've obviously been very busy as well. But let's see, obviously before I start recording I do a quick recce of the cards, but once I start speaking invariably it goes off in a completely different way, so I just listen to what the guides are saying to me, and they talk through me, I guess. So let's see what transpires. What I've probably picked up on so far probably won't come into material at all, so yeah, let's just see how this goes. Let's see, Wisdom of the Oracle for Pisces, November 2020, please, Spirit. God, nearing the end of this year, guys, can you imagine? It's been a real rough one for some of us, hasn't it? So much going on, so many changes. And some really good changes as well, you know, having spent time with ourselves and our loved ones, it changes things, doesn't it? It changes our perspective. It sort of takes us in new directions, and we reevaluate what we really want out of life, and are we doing what really makes us happy? Some really big questions have come up for a lot of people this year, and a lot of people will be glad to see the back of it. But actually I think it's been a catalyst for change, hasn't it? It can't not have been. So a lot of new directions taking place, and no doubt next year is going to be really exciting, I would hazard a guess. Really exciting. Right, this is reluctant, isn't it? Going to carry on going. I really do want wisdom. This is a new deck of cards, by the way, so they're sticking, and that's why they're not. It's not jumping so readily. But it's a beautiful deck. I've seen others use it, and it carries really great messages. So I really do want one for you. Right. So it is the Hunter's Moon today, tonight. So I'm doing as many reads as I can on this day, because I'd like to harness the energy of the moon. Hunter's Moon, Harvest Moon, Blue Moon, whatever you want to call it. There are several different names for it, but you know, I would say everything that we have learned this year, all the seeds that we planted when we were in lockdown, all those changes we want to make, all the things that we've embarked upon, that we've said, right, I'm going to do this and this is how I'm going to do it. It's time to gather all those decisions and put them on your table and allow them to nourish you. So all the newness that has been learned throughout this year, now is the time to harvest all those energies and make them work for us. So yeah, lovely full harvest moon tonight. I'm going to do a couple more shuffles. I don't like to choose the cards. I prefer the jumpers, and there you go. It's given me one. Will it give me another? No, but I'm glad I've got the one. So yeah, I do like to take the jumpers because I feel the message is being given rather than me taking the message out. There's loyal heart. There's no wrong way of doing it. It's just a personal preference. Loyal heart, absolutely beautiful. Two owls there in a heart position, you know, facing each other. There's a key on the bunting there, so it's almost a key to your heart, Pisces. So it is a harvest moon. So do a bit of reminiscing on this year and see what you have come across. You know, also we establish things about ourselves that we find out things about ourselves things that we like and things that we don't like, if we care to be truthful, that is. So use this time to unlock the key to your heart and go forward with your heart and go forward in your truth. Really, really important. Right, so now that I've waffled on for 5 minutes, why don't we start the read? Here we go. We have got the Four of Wands in the departing position. So departing position, it's all about stability. It's about keeping yourself safe and calm. And it's also about enjoying what you're doing. And of course, the stability element of it, of course, is what we all want this year, isn't it? So it's something that's been important to you. There's celebration here as well. So I think you're enjoying or have enjoyed the time that you've had. So I don't think you've let it dampen your spirits, which is really, really good news. But yeah, it's a card of stability and keeping yourself calm and in a safe environment for you and your loved ones. So really, really nice. And of course, that's all we can hope for this year, is just to keep everything stable, especially where work is concerned, and supporting our loved ones. In the energy coming in, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, which I was really glad to see, in fact, because this is almost, it's not quite the harvest. This is you looking back and taking stock of what has been achieved, and look what you've achieved. You've achieved so much so far, and you know, through all different phases that you've been through, they're phases of the moon there, all different phases that you've been through this year, you've accumulated, so not necessarily material goods, but spiritual goods, you know, things that nourish our soul rather than things that buy us a new pair of shoes, if that's the right analogy. But yeah, you've gained so much insight, and you've learned so much, and you know, there's an abundance here. So it's time to reap the rewards of everything that you've been working on to do with yourself, you know, within the year. And of course, we're nearing the end of the year, and harvest period is where we gather everything to sustain us for the coming year, for the way going forward. So this is really, really important. You know, give yourself, do a recce of lockdown, if you like. Let's call this the lockdown period. Do a recce and see what you've learned about yourself, the good and the bad. Discard what no longer serves you, and take what is going to nourish your soul into the future with you. So really, really lovely card. I clarified this card, and you've got the Nine of Cups, which is absolutely stunning. This is about goals being reached. It's about progression and moving forward. So no doubt, with all that you've come across here, and you know, with the stability, you're celebrating here. So I hazard a guess that you are stable, and you have kept you and yours calm and safe during this period. So this is a card of celebration, of having reached a goal, and this is progress. This is right, I'm going forward now. And of course, you're going to have, you know, it's going to be wonderful to do that with everything that you've gained along the way, because there's an abundance there. There's a lot there for you to nourish your soul with. Now, in the challenge position, there's a Tower, right? So the Tower is out with the old and in with the new. You know, a lot of people see the Tower and they take it as a bad omen. Absolutely not. There are no good or bad cards in tarot, and it's also, the message is also very dependent on all the cards that are laying around it, you know, next to it. So this is out with the old, in with the new, and you know, it's about taking what you've learned this year and applying it to the new phase in your life. I'm going to bring in the overarching energy of the read here, which is the Ace of Wands. This is about new concepts. It's about new ideas and new beginnings. So as you can see, it's a third eye on fire there. So I sense that all this is to do with internal work that you've been doing. So out with the old and in with the new. Discard what no longer serves you. And I clarified that, and the challenge is to go forward with the attributes that the page carries, which is, you know, it's about new paths, it's about new discoveries, and it's about new experiences. So out with the old, in with the new, go forward with, you know, young of heart, tap into your inner child and bring out the vibrancy, and do it with gusto. You know, this card is looking forward again, so really forward marching read so far. And I love that this clean slate is here as well, because it's like you've had a purge of some sort, which is always a good thing. A difficult thing, I'm not going to say it's been an easy ride. It's difficult when we let go of things that no longer serve us, especially where there are people concerned. Now, advice from Spirit is the Three of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful. It's about creativity and using your imagination. It's about applying lateral thinking to your way going forward. Think out of the box. I hate these. You know, this lateral thinking and think out of the box. They sound so cheesy, don't they? But it really does mean that. Take a new view on things, a new perspective. Bring in the Ace of Wands there again. You know, if you, in the 3D world, we live a life based on physicality, on the things that we can see, we can touch, the tangible. This is saying, what about the things we can't see that are just as more important? Forget just as important. It knocks it off the table. It's absolutely more important. This is saying, maybe do things differently. Use your heart, use your stomach, use your intuition. And of course, there's the intuition in the Ace of Wands again there with the third eye ablaze. So yeah, use your intuition going forward. Take yourself through the veil to the 4D, leave the 3D, and use your senses and live from the heart, which is actually, I've just loyal heart to you and yourself, to your truth. You know, that's what's going to make us happy, living our truth from the heart, and just beautiful. And the key is there, the key to your heart is there, and it's inside. You're not going to find it in any external places with any other people. That key resides within you. So yeah, lateral thinking, think out of the box, whatever you want to call it. Maybe do life more spiritually rather than with the more material things that really aren't as important as we think they are. So yeah, that's beautiful advice. That's absolutely gorgeous advice, I think. But obviously your choice, your stepping stones, you choose. Outcome, 10 of Wands, end of a cycle. I'm going to bring in the Tower here again. So you are at the end of a cycle. Everything is changing. There's going to be mild disruption because you are going to go forward in a different way with different points of view. Maybe you've had a shift of some sort, a paradigm shift. It's about, like I said, it's shedding everything that doesn't serve you, whether that be a person, place or thing, it doesn't matter. And bringing in the more spiritual side of life and living from the heart and living your truth. So yeah, really, really important. And let's face it, when we operate from the heart, we can't, it's very, very hard to go wrong. Although it may be painful at times, it's hard to go wrong long term. So yeah, I've just seen a card peek out from behind the Ace of Wands, and you've got the Queen of Swords, Pisces. The Queen of Swords goes forward with her sword of truth. She's there, she's in a forward motion. She embodies patience, she embodies clear vision. So this is a wonderful, wonderful read. I definitely think that you've had a shift of some sort. And behind the Queen of Swords, if it has been a bit difficult, please know that you have the strength to get through whatever and anything that is put in your path. So really, really stunning read. Really beautiful. And you know, you hold the key to your heart, Pisces. And it starts with us, doesn't it? It has to. It has to start with us, and then the rest falls into place. Like attracts like. When you get your being to a place where you're happy, that's what you're going to attract into your life and introduce into your sphere. You know, so it's, anyway, you choose. I mean, these cards are guidelines, they're your stepping stones. It's a general read, so it won't resonate with all, but do take the parts that resonate with you and use them as your stepping stones going forward. So whatever works for you. Let's just get an animal oracle to top this reading off. I mean, it's a lovely read. It's not screaming, you know, even though the Tower card is there, it's not screaming, oh, everything's coming down. It's saying there's going to be a mild disruption, and that mild disruption is going to be a change of tack, a change of doing things. It's going to be a different way for you. But take that change and go forward with the vibrancy and the gusto that the Page of Wands is offering here. Definitely forward motion, which is always good news. Last thing we want is a bit of stagnation, isn't it? Certainly at the end of this year. But yeah, let's animal oracle for the Pisces. Pisces Collective for November 2020. I've just seen the card that's jumped out, Pisces. Oh, I'm going to leave those on the floor. There's about 10 cards there, so we can't take them all. Right, so we've got two. Okay, so that's more than enough. We've got clear out the clutter. So this this disruptive moment that's come in, this out with the old, in with the new, is exactly that. Clear out the clutter. You know, you need a blank page to go forward. You need to recreate, and recreate with the things that you love and that nourish you. So yeah, beautiful. Frog spirit, clear the clutter. Very apt. And then we've got antelope spirit, life is speeding up. And of course, you've heard me say throughout the read several times, it's going forward. So yeah, it's all the energy is collecting here, and it's moving in a direction that's absolutely beautiful. So do take the things that resonate with you and perhaps use them as stepping stones, or just bear them in mind, you know. So yeah, you're going forward here, and it's the beginning of a new cycle as well. Wonderful. Yeah, that's a bit of a mission card, isn't it, Pisces? Wow. So my Pisces beauties, that's all I have for you for November. The next reading will be December 2020, and I'm hoping to upload the 2021 readings, individual zodiacs, in December as well. So just to see what the year ahead has for us. And again, thank you for watching, and welcome, and thank you to any new people. And you know, we're here to empower, enrich and elevate each other, so the more the merrier. Have a wonderful November. Anybody interested in the personal, details are below. Always appreciated if you like, share and subscribe. Have a wonderful, wonderful month, and I will see you very soon. Take care of yourself and each other. Doodle pip.